Coach, that was a tough one. It seemed like early on you just couldn't get any shots to fall in. What are your assessment of today's game?
Yeah, that's the story of the game. We knew Shaw was going to come in and play a lot of zone defense. However, we just couldn't knock down shots. We got really good looks. We just didn't knock shots down. And at the end of the day, one of the things that we talked to our team about is understanding that when a team plays you in zone, you can't just settle to consistently take outside shots. You have to be able to break down the zone by dribble driving gaps, getting interior touches, getting some layups, getting some offensive rebounds and things like that. And we just, I think we went 0 for 13 in the first half on threes, and then finished the game, I think 6 or 7 for like 30 something. But at the end of the day, we still have to be able to do things that generate offense, like, pressuring the ball, making sure that we are creating live ball turnovers so that we can get out in transition and run, and things like that are going to help with offensive productivity.
Bree, tough start, but you started to hit some shots, and you guys fought. And with probably about 2 minutes to go, you're down 2. What was your thoughts going into that point? Because you fought back, and you had several double-digit deficits, but when you're shooting that way late, you're never out of the game. So what was your thoughts as you started to crawl back into this game in that fourth quarter?
We just got to keep our pressure on them. It was a good fight back. We just had more defensive laps after we fought back, so we would cut the lead and then we'll let them back in the game and then cut the lead. So it was just a back and forth. We just needed to get consistent stops and then score on the other end and then gain back the lead and then maintain it.
What's the thought process? I know it's typically on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Your first division loss.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this team at right now? Mentally?
Honestly, it's the same. It's on to the next. Like, we don't have time to dwell about the things that we can't change. Like, we make adjustments moving forward based on the things that we need to correct for us from a defensive perspective. The next things that we have to work on, though, are as they pertain to Virginia State this weekend. We'll get another chance and another shot at Shaw. But at the same time, this team has to understand that there are going to be a lot of teams that play us in zone, and they play us in zone for a good reason. We've got Bree Brown, Janiyah Lilly, Jaleesa Lanier as our three-point shooters that shoot a pretty good percentage. But then after that, the drop-off is pretty big. And so we have to do a better job of understanding what works for our team, which is ball pressure, forcing turnovers, getting out and running. I don't know how many transition points we got tonight. I know
14. You
said 14? All right, so, how many of those came in the third and fourth quarter, though? When we needed that energy and that, when we needed that spark in the first half, in that second quarter where we had so many lulls, we only scored 10 points in that quarter. Like, where is that energy? And so it can't be that we decide to have all these transition points and they come, in the last 6 minutes of the game when we're down by 10 or 14 points. It has to be consistent throughout the game.
Bree, what does this team have to do to get off to better starts? It seems like this is about two games in a row where they've been pressuring you to turn it up and to get going as a team. As a fifth-year senior, what do you think you have to do to help your teammates get going early?
Definitely getting everybody involved, even if it's on the defensive side or offensive side. I think we have better starts when we play our best game. So starting off with transition, or starting off with an early bucket. Sometimes we'll start the game and we just can't make shots, so we just get in a slump and we just get down on ourselves, so then we just maintain flat. So just definitely, try to get the ball rolling early instead of waiting like 2 or 3 minutes into the first quarter.
Any final comments?
On to the next.